Thank you for that, because we are all in the process of building a millionaire real estate business. That means we are in the process of grossing $1 million a year in commissions, netting $1 million a year in commissions, receiving $1 million a year, giving away $1 million a year, because I walk like, talk like, look like, and have the checkbook of a millionaire real estate agent. Write it down, because I walk like, talk like, look like, and have the checkbook of a millionaire real estate agent. Now I'm on page 133 in MREA. There's my copy. Challenge. I want you to get your copy of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent to look like mine. Beat up, torn up, written in, highlighted in, to the point where you almost can't read it anymore. And by the way, don't tie a rope to it and drag it behind your car. That doesn't count. I want this to happen because you're actually sitting down and reading the book. All right, pay close attention, Brian. I'm talking to you. This is a coaching conversation for Brian. The rest of you just get to be a part of it. All right, here we go. Top of the page 133. Once you know how many appointments you must have, you now have to generate the leads necessary to generate those appointments. Just curious, what model tells us how many appointments we need? Say it like you mean it. The economic model. Thank you. Yes. If you're in school to become a millionaire real estate agent, these are the things you need to know. Yes or yes? Yes. Yes. There you go. Middle of the page, the positioning battle. I want you to become the Diet Coke of real estate. So here's what I mean by that. If you were to ask me, John, name a soda, my answer is Diet Coke. Now, Trisha, if you say, well, name another soda, my answer is still Diet Coke. The only soda that exists for me is Diet Coke. If I ask anybody you know, anyone who's living inside of your database, hey, do you know a good real estate agent? I want to hear Lewis is your guy. Right, Lewis? I want to hear you don't want to talk to anybody other than Michael Topo.
Diet Coke.
By the way, his wife is an amazing rock star, Jessica Topo. So forget Mike, talk to Jessica. All right, so the positioning battle, NAR, the National Association of Realtors, tells us that 79% of sellers will only interview one real estate agent. 79%. Wow. Now, this book is 16 years old. No, take that back. It's 20 years old. Is it possible that that number might be different today? Yes, it is. Now, let's just say it's 60%. Let's say 60% of homeowners only interview one real estate agent, 20% will interview two. That means 80% of homeowners are going to either hire the first agent they talk to or the second agent they talk to. That means 80% of all homes sold will get listed by one of those two agents, which leaves 20% for everybody else. That's why the positioning battle is so important. Brian, this goes right to what we were talking about yesterday. This is why it's so important to build relationships with everyone in your database. Overkill over time. Please write that down. So when they think of real estate, they think of you. Now, I'm going to skip to page 135 and playing the numbers game. Middle of the page, high conversion rates will allow you to generate the same income from fewer leads than if you had lower conversion rates. Now, let me tell you what that's saying to me. If I'm a newer real estate agent, or I'm just a real estate agent who hasn't mastered the game at a high level yet, and I'm concerned that my conversion rates might be lower than someone who's been doing this for a long time, or someone Scott Tolar just brought me a Diet Coke. There you go. that I don't know how you did that. It's even cold. Oh my gosh, Scott, you are my favorite for the next 5 minutes anyways. Thank you for that. All right, so if you are thinking that you may not have mastered the game at a high level that would allow you to convert leads into appointments, and you're thinking, oh no, disadvantage me, pay really close attention to what Gary has to say about this. Lower conversion rates can be just as effective. Remember, is a real word. Write it down. Lower conversion rates can be just as effective if you can amass a great number of leads. So while your conversion rates are very important, the number of leads you must generate is even more important. All right, so next time I ask you, what's more important, your conversion rates or the number of leads you're generating? I want to hear
Number of leads.
Like 2 people said it. We're not in school. I don't want you to yell, but I want a little bit of enthusiasm. So what's more important, the conversion rates or the number of leads you're generating?
Number of leads.
Thank you.
Number of leads.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The number of leads you must generate is critical. Gary doesn't say anywhere in this book, conversion rates are critical. Doesn't say it one time. That's a huge aha for me. But he does say the number of leads you generate is critical. Well, how do you, first of all, let's define a lead. A lead is anyone that you have a name and contact information for. In other words, if I'm knocking on doors, turn the camera, let's see, Diane's in screen. Hi, Diane. If I'm knocking on doors and Diane answers the door, hi, my name is John Dietz.
What do you want?
That's a contact. That's a contact. Got it? Everybody's crystal clear on this. Now, hey, by the way, my name's John Dietz. Can I ask your name?
Yes, Diane.
Diane, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Be nice to me. This is going to be short. I just want them to get the difference
Fine.
between a contact
Fair.
and a lead. Don't
Cool.
give me objections. Okay, here we go. So may I ask your name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Diane.
Diane, super nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah, by the way, I'm a real estate agent and I like to keep my friends and family members updated on the market. And I would love to add you to that group. Would that be okay?
Sure.
Perfect. Can I get your name again, Diane? What's your last name?
It's Schuster, SHOO.
Okay, perfect.
STER.
And I know your address because I'm standing at your front door. If I wanted to call you, what's a great number to call you at?
Blah, blah, blah.
And if I wanted to send you a market update on your neighborhood, what's the best email to send that to?
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, lead. Thank you. All right, now I have a lead. You guys got it? Is it a great lead? I don't know. Did I do a great job? No, I didn't. Did I convert that lead to an appointment? No, I didn't, but I got a lead. Now, if I do this 2 times a day, if I have 2 conversations a day that turn into a lead, pay attention, because everybody in the room can do that. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Everybody on Zoom could do that. Yes or yes? If I'm getting 2 new leads every single day and I work 250 days a year, that's 50 weeks times 5 days. We have 2 weeks vacation. I've just generated 500 new leads. Yes or yes? Now, if those 500 move once every 7 to 10 years and I'm building a relationship with them, and 7% move every year because that's the national number. That's 35 closed sales. Anybody interested? And I didn't do a great job. Michael Topo.
So just trying to make sure that I understand what a true contact is. I think we all understand that a lead is when you get the contact information, right?
Yep.
But when you said hi, I'm John, and she said, hi, I'm Diane. You said, boom, that's a contact. In the past, and maybe I misread it, but I thought a contact was, we actually had a conversation about real estate.
I'm assuming she didn't slam the door in my face.
Right.
I'm assuming we had a conversation
Okay.
for the purpose of,
Yeah, I got it, right?
but you're 100% correct.
Okay.
If I call a for sale by owner
Right,
and they click,
yeah,
we don't have a conversation, it's not a contact.
Right.
You have to have a conversation
thank you.
in order for it to count. Okay? All right, cool. I want to keep going. Brian, by the way, I know your hand is up. I promise I'm coming to you. The octane of your fuel is irrelevant if you don't have enough to get you to your destination. The octane of your fuel is irrelevant if you don't have enough to get you to your destination. In other words, being a master at converting conversations to appointments, that would be conversion. If you have mastered that and you don't talk to anybody, you're not getting any appointments. If I put the best fuel money can buy in my car, but I don't put enough to get me from here to Tampa, I ain't getting to Tampa. Highly successful real estate agents will tell you that as far as lead generation is concerned, the quality is in the quantity. Whereas most real estate agents do modest lead generation and get modest results, a few. Write a note to yourself, be one of the few. A few do massive lead generation and reap massive rewards. Now, Gary didn't say a few who have mastered lead generation. A few who have mastered conversion get massive rewards. He said a few do massive lead generation. Guys, this is a choice. The level at which you succeed is a choice. Because no one is going to choose whether or not, no one gets to determine how many people you talk to today. Only you get to determine that. No one gets to determine whether you do massive lead generation or you don't do it at all. You make that choice. When you're hearing no, go away, don't like you, don't like real estate agents, never would hire you, no one gets to choose whether you give up or you keep going, whether you reject rejection, whether no lives in your vocabulary or not. Only you get to decide that. All right, page 136. There are three key areas of your lead generation model. Number one, prospect and market. Number two, and by the way, I know you'd like to know what pages these are on, so I'm going to tell you. Prospect and market, page 136. Number two, set up a database and feed it, page 142. And number three, systematically market to your database, page 145. So, three key areas. This is going to look super similar because if you've been a part of Survive to Thrive for a while, you've seen me draw this picture a couple thousand times. Prospect and market. Build a database. Building a database simply means that I am going to add everyone I know, everyone who knows me in my database as my sphere of influence. Build a database. Feed it every day means that I've got this large group of people out here who I haven't met that I am going to add to my database as a new Met. And I'm going to do this systematically. For me, my system is +1 per day or plus 250 new Mets in my database over the next 12 months. Step number 3, communicate with or market to your database in a systematic way. So prospect and market, build a database, feed it every day, communicate with your database or market to your database in a systematic way. That means an 8x8 touch plan for all of my new Mets, where I'm going to communicate with them once per week for the next 8 weeks in order to create top of mind, in order to create market share, in order to become Diet Coke of real estate. I'm communicating with them once a week for the next 8 weeks. And then I'm moving them into my sphere of influence and I'm communicating with them 36 times a year on a 36 touch smart plan. Now, smart plans live inside a command. There are hundreds to choose from, and I don't want you to overthink this. The most important part is reach out to them and talk to them once every 3 months. Reach out and talk to everyone who lives in this database 4 times a year. Have care conversations with them. David, John Dietz, how's your family? How's work? Are you still working at blank, blank, blank? If I had a referral for you, are you accepting new clients? What's a great email address for me to send that referral information to? Hey, what are you doing for fun? I noticed you guys went on you guys get it? It's a care conversation. I don't even have to talk about real estate. They know you are a realtor. You're building a relationship with everyone who's in that database such that when they think of real estate, they think of you. Now, when you call them once every 3 months, Evie, you're asking occasionally, by the way, if you knew of somebody that was going to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, embedded command, embedded command, embedded command. If you knew of somebody that was going to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, Clarissa, would you possibly refer them to me? Would you refer them to me? There's a difference. Now, if I'm calling Michael, Michael and I are buddies. We're good buddies. And I've got a great relationship with Michael, and I know that I'm his agent. I'm being more direct and I'm asking Michael, if you knew if somebody was going to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, would you refer them to me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Hey, just out of curiosity, we're in a super hot market right now. Homes are selling fast and there's very little inventory. We have great buyers that are looking for beautiful homes like yours. Now, just out of curiosity, who do you know that might be thinking of selling their home in the next 6 months?
John, it's funny you ask. I've been thinking about it myself.
There it is. Schedule the appointment. Pay attention, script, right? Write it down. Pay attention to how I'm saying it. There's a big difference between who do you know that might be thinking of selling their home and who do you know that might be thinking of selling their home in the next 6 months? Because my mind works like a computer. And when I hear, who do you think that might be thinking of selling your home? I immediately do what? I start thinking about who's thinking of selling their home when? Now. That means if I know the people across the street from me are going to sell their home because they're moving in 3 months, I'm not going to tell you the people across the street because you didn't ask. You asked who's thinking of selling your home. Who do you know that's thinking of selling their home? And our minds immediately go to right now. That's why it's critically important when you ask, who do you know that might be thinking of selling their home in the next 6 months? Okay. Now, our mind also has a hard time of thinking of everybody we know. So who do you know from work that might be thinking of selling their home in the next 6 months? Who do you know from church or from temple? Or who do you know in your neighborhood? Now I'm thinking of a smaller group. There's a better chance that I know someone. Okay, Brian, I hope you're still here. Here's what I want you to get. 3 things. Build a database, feed it every day, communicate with your database in a systematic way. Prospect and market every day. Massive lead generation is the key to success versus lead conversion. You can get this wrong and still succeed at a high level when you lead generate at a high level. The success is in the numbers. It's not in doing it perfect. Page 71 of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, the 9 ways a millionaire real estate agent thinks. Think progress. Don't think perfection right now. Think progress. All right, Brian, if you didn't get mad at me and jump off, if you're still here. Uh-oh, I don't see. Oh, there he is. Please.
I'm still here.
Your hand was up and I ignored you. I apologize.
No apology. It was about something else, but okay. So I'm game, right? So let's start figuring out how I can put the people that I know in the database, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 36th touch, and I know it doesn't have to be perfect, exactly what you just said, but how can I make it as close to perfect? So this is what I have been thinking.
Write this down. I was ready for this. Write this down.
Jackie is coming on. Jackie is coming on.
All right.
Once more.
All right.
That was good.
I want you to send at least 12 emails, and they're all neighborhood nurtures. It can be 24. It can be twice a month, but it's a minimum of 1 per month. I want you to send out 4 holiday cards. Now, Thanksgiving, New Year's, 4th of July are all great examples of holiday cards that you can send to everyone without being worried about sending the wrong holiday card. Now, in December, you can send a happy holidays card, right? So you're going to send 4 holiday cards, Brian. You're going to send 12 emails. You're going to send 4 holiday cards. You're going to send 2 birthday cards. If I misspell something, so what? Ignore it. You're going to send 2 birthday cards. You're going to make 4 calls. 1 every 3 months. You're going to make 4 phone calls, and you're going to send at least 2 personal notes. Now, if I'm on a budget, which all of you are, we lead with revenue, make money before you spend money. That's from the budget model, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And play red light, green light. But even if I'm sticking to this plan, I've got 6, 8. 8 times 2 is $16. If I did the math right, if it's costing me $2 every time I put something in the mail, then I'm spending $16 per contact in my database for this 36 touch. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, there's 24 touches up there, John.
26.
Oh, 24 total touches?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not going to work for the high Cs.
No, I'm good.
No cost for the email.
No cost, but Michael's saying I've got 24 total touches here, and I totally did that from the top of my mind. So we need, no. We need 12. We need 12 16, 18, 22, 24, cross that out, make it 24 emails. There's your 36. Now you're sending an email twice a month.
That's right.
Brian, you paying attention?
Yeah,
You're
but I
sending
don't
an
like
email
it.
twice a month. You're sending 4 holiday cards, 2 birthday cards. You're making 4 phone calls and you're handwriting 2 personal notes. Guys, this
So,
is simple as I
John-
could get.
Jo-
Yes,
John,
talk to me.
John, if
Yes.
we go back to 12 emails, what are other ways we can get the 12 touches?
On camera? No, good.
Yes.
And that was my main question, by the way. Like, I get the
You can
4
send
holiday
texts.
cards.
Can he send out, like, when he gets a listing, he can send
You
that
can do
out?
12 emails and 12 texts.
Yeah. Yeah,
If he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
do that, shall
Okay, so I could send, I could do 12 emails and 12 text messages. If I don't want to do 12 text messages, I could do 6 text messages and 6 instant messages through social media. You guys are better at social media than I am. I can communicate, as long as I'm having a 2-way conversation with them, it can be a social media conversation as long as it's a 2-way conversation. I can go pop by. Now I'm just going to get really sloppy here. I can do 3 pop bys a year. That means I'm just stopping by and I'm knocking on the door. These are people that I know who know me and like me. And I could do 3 pop bys a year, Brian, in which I'm just popping by to say hi. You can plug in a combination of a lot of other things if you want to cut back on the number of emails you're sending. And Brian, if I'm listening, which I kind of am, I'm hearing you say, I don't want to send 24 emails because I don't like getting 24 emails a year from anyone. Yep, nodding his head. That's what he's saying. So did I answer your question? Please say yes.
Yes, I have one more that I thought about. Is 4 cards. So 4 cards or text messages or whatever it is, that is a client invite event. So for example, if you get a listing that is nice, then you can invite everybody in your database. Hey, I have this new listing. I would love for you to pop by.
Yes, 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 yes. This group
Exactly.
is your sphere of influence and your past clients. These are people who know you, like you, and if they were to buy a home or sell a home, they would possibly work with you and they would refer people to you. This is not the entire neighborhood. This is not farming. This is communicating with people that you are in relationship with. And the goal is to build a database of relationships, feed it every day, grow that group. If I'm adding 1 person a day to that group, I've added 250 over the next 12 months, which means a year from now, if I have 50 people that are in my sphere of influence today, a year from now, I have 300. 5 years from now, it's more than 1,000. And by the way, not every single person you add as a new Met makes it into your sphere of influence group. By the way, not every home you sell makes it into your past client group. If you work with somebody and they're a complete jerk, you don't want to put them in your database as a past client. You don't want to market to them, to communicate with them, because if they did give you a referral, what kind of people do jerks refer? Other jerks. Bye-bye for now. Learned that from Brian Buffini. Bye-bye for now. So if I'm working with somebody who I don't want to work with any longer, bye-bye for now. Or just bye-bye now. Michael Topo.
Thank you. Good stuff, John, really strong. What if we're communicating or attempting to communicate